Hello, hello, and welcome back for another exciting installment of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM The Long War. At least, I'm hoping for a little excitement, since our last few missions have been about as electrifying as footage of gastrointestinal surgery. Now, I suppose dull missions are a good thing from a tactical standpoint, means we're doing well, but the part of my brain where the paranoid Amanda Bynes voices live just keeps whispering in my ear about the whole easy mission situation being a massive alien conspiracy to try and lure me into a false sense of security. That way I'll maybe undercommit to a mission and they can wipe out an entire team of our troopers. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the aliens could hope to achieve with such a ploy, other than wiping out a team of troopers, but at this point I'm not sure even losing a whole team would stop us. But at the very least, I can say their stratagem has given me a newfound appreciation for what it's like to be Mel Gibson. The little whispering voices at the back of your head, constantly telling you how everything's a conspiracy, everyone is out to get you, that the deck is stacked, and that the chips are coming down, and when it hits, it's going to be a massive, massive cataclysm. That's just what I assume it's like to be Mel Gibson. It's got me to the point where I'm actually seriously considering going out, getting shit-faced, and wrapping my car around a pole just so I can hurl some racial epithets at the cops when they show up. I mean, I'm assuming that's what makes the voices go away, because that's what Mel Gibson does, so if that's what it takes to quiet the voices, I guess I just have to get on board. But before I undertake my task to try and quiet those voices, I think maybe we'll get to scanning and see if we can wrap up our upcoming Exalt mission first, because if I'm gonna have to get shit-faced before I can crash my car into a pole, probably better off handling Exalt missions while sober, since they tend to be asininely difficult. So let's get to scanning then. It's a very tempting offer. Very tempting. But honestly, I don't really feel we need Illyrium that badly, so I'm going to say not now. Or we need cash, rather, that badly. Alright, and Thin Man interrogation is going to be completed. I know that's going to upset Dr. Valen a little bit because, well, the Thin Man looks a little too human to fully suit her niche tastes when it comes to the extraterrestrial snuff porn. Dr. Valen likes him as ab-human as possible, but Thin Man was all we had left in the bag, and now that he's done, Dr. Valen has no playthings left. Sadly, she has broken all of her toys, so I know she's going to be more than a little upset. She's just going to have to get by until we can capture something new. Laser weaponry research. Well, I'm certainly glad we did that interrogation, since there's no laser weaponry left for us to research, unless advanced pulse lasers counts. It does not. Well, that's just lovely. So not only was that 2 days a waste of time, but we also have upset Dr. Valen. Well, I guess we'll just do this chrysalid autopsy then. Just get it out of
Based
the
on
way.
what we've seen in the field so far, including several grotesque examples of trauma resulting from the emergence of its young,
I don't
we've
know as you
taken
can
to
call
calling this
death and
specimen a
zombification
chrysalid.
trauma, Dr. Valen. I mean, technically, I suppose it's a form of trauma, but why don't you just call it death and zombification? Seems way more accurate. Anyway, we'll let Dr. V get on with whatever it is she does when she's not snuffing aliens and recording it. Although clearly we have a berserker down there. Oh, we haven't done a berserker autopsy yet, so we can't interrogate it. So Dr. Valen has at least one toy that she hasn't broken left. I know she's going to be looking forward to interrogating that big brute. Anyway, back to mission control. Let's get to scanning here. And here comes our operation. Now, ordinarily, this is where I would say a prayer to the XCOM gods and try and ward away the four-man mission of doom. But, well, recently I decided I'm an XCOM agnostic. Of course, I believe in RNGesus, and I believe that perhaps he does have some control over how our things go in this game, but I also believe that prayers to RNGesus no longer matter. I don't think he's listening, so since he doesn't pay attention to me, I'm just going to stop paying attention to him, and we'll have some XCOM agnostification. So let's just send our extraction squad and assume it's going to be four-man. What a surprise.
We are confident that you will handle this matter with discretion.
You know, at this point, Optimus Prime, I really don't even think that statement should be dignified with a response. I really don't. Fortunately for us, we did not commit any of our top-notch troopers to our recent missions, so maybe we have thwarted the alien schemes, and we are going to have our 4 best troopers to try and make a go of this extraction. So we'll make items available, and for Jaden Pharaoh Smith, all hail Ra, the sun god, of course. Gonna give him Aegis Armor, Alloy Cannon, Flashbang, and since this is an Exalt mission, absolutely no need for a Arc Thrower. We are going to take a Battle Scanner, however, because those are very useful in determining specifically where one can step while dealing with XCOM, or, well, Exalt, rather, forces. So we're going to take one of those. Lindsay All-Day Lohan's going to be holding things down in the infantry position for us. Lindsay Lohan also going to be trying to hold the ground under her feet. She's had about 6 pints of whiskey today, and, well, the room's swaying pretty badly, so she's actually convinced she's going to fall off the planet, but we tricked her and told her that her boots were magnetic, so she's just trying to maintain and keep the floor beneath her. Paris Porno Hilton is going to be our gunner for the mission. And you know what? Nothing bad to say about you, Paris. Nothing bad at all. You've been doing a bang-up job, and I'm well pleased with pretty much everything you've turned in. Your performance all around as a trooper for us has been non-stop solid. Just keep up the good work, Paris. Keep up the good work. And for our final unit, of course, the Crimson-Lipped Goddess of Death. I really feel there is no other option than to send Taylor Tay-Tay Swizzle. Old T-Swizzle's going in, packing the grenade launcher, and the ever-so-lovely flamethrower. Although, I gotta say, Taylor's affinity for that flamethrower is bordering on unhealthy. She really, really likes cooking bitches with that son of a bitch. I mean, you should see the glee on her face when she burns someone alive. I want to say it's eerie, but you can tell that she's drawing power from that extinguishing of life. That extermination is what fuels her. And am I not mistaken, Central, or was this mission supposed to be in Germany?
Has arrived.
Pretty sure this Exalt cell was in Germany. Now, I'm no expert in geography, but Germany's going to be somewhere in the vicinity of this cursor right here. This is like Finland or Sweden or possibly some small part of Norway. And I can't help but think that we're going to have at least a little trouble thwarting Exalt's schemes if we aren't even in the right part of Europe. We're in fucking Scandinavia, for Christ's sake, and Germany's on the mainland. I know you guys are bad at geography down there, but come on, man, this isn't even fucking close.
The German border. We'll need Strike One to rendezvous with our operative and assist in securing the needed intel.
And once again, it's the laundromat. It's always the laundromat. Could it not be any other map but this one? I mean, seriously, is this the only map that Exalt ever even attacks? I'm so fucking sick of this goddamn laundromat, it's not even funny. Also, the laundromat extraction is possibly the hardest four-man mission because you can't just dash and run it. Your operative always gets killed if you just try and speedrun it.
Successful in hacking a series of ExaltCom relays when enemy forces moved into the area. If we're going to have any chance of recovering that data, we'll need Strike One to provide protection while the operative finishes hacking the remaining arrays. If we lose the operative, we won't be able to recover the intel.
Seriously, I am positive that our last Exalt mission was actually on this exact same map. I'm telling you, Exalt has some kind of thing going on with laundry. There's some kind of worldwide conspiracy or something where their goal is to, like, try and take control or somehow occupy all of the laundries in the world. I don't know what they hope to achieve with that ploy or how controlling laundry is somehow useful, but I'm positive that that's what they're up to. Some kind of laundry-related scheme to conquer the Earth. Maybe they hope that by denying us clean clothes, the Exalt troopers will be infected with some kind of hideous alien virus? I mean, that's really the only explanation I can see that's even remotely possible. Alien viruses through dirty laundry. It actually seems like kind of a shitty scheme. Anyway, let's have Taylor Swift go ahead and drop a grenade on these bitches. We want her to eliminate their cover so that Lindsay Lohan can get good shots. And that's that sorted. So here's our covert operative. There are two ways you can play the covert operative. You can actually have him go aggressive and try and... You know what? We're going to go for the speed run. We're going to try and speed run it.
Already there.
So we're going to have him move. Now he will be in corner cover here, so this should be reasonably safe. Alright, so we've got two units that aren't in cover, which means if Jaden Smith can get shots at them and get kills, he will get in the zone. So we're going to take a chance on Jaden here and see if he can come up big for us. He's going to need a critical in order for this to trigger. Let's see if he can deliver. Jaden? All hail Ra, the sun god. He is in the zone. And you know what? We're going to use a flush shot here, actually.
Flushing target.
So that's a hit, and it did move the enemy back, which is acceptable. Lindsay Lohan has no shot. She's going to go in Overwatch. Let's see how Team Exalt responds here. I'm guessing by sending in 740 more guys, that's usually their response to everything, is simply throw more men at it. And I gotta say, as far as plans go, it's reasonably effective. It actually works for them. Throw more men at it tends to get it done. Much to our dismay. Alright, so we have vision on the enemy, which means Paris Porno Hilton is going to be able to see at least one of these chump stains. So we're going to go ahead and have Paris eradicate this shit brick. Or miss, also, which is unacceptable, to be perfectly honest. We really needed that hit. Paris, my dear, that was poorly done. We needed that one.
That's affirmative.
It's going to be up to Lindsay Lohan to try and clean up the mess. And shit, I forgot that guy's on Overwatch. Okay, well, that's not terrible, actually. That's still on armor damage, so Lindsay isn't officially wounded yet. But if she gets hit again, she's going to be in deep shit. So we end that Rocketeer, in order to make sure that Lindsay avoids being in deep shit, that rocket guy has got to die. There's no way we can let him fire a rocket. If he fires a rocket and that rocket hits, Lindsay Lohan just be dead. So we're going to have to grenade this guy too. That's 2 of our available grenades spent. And Jaden Smith is going to have to take a gamble here. Jaden is going to have to stand out in the open and take a shot. This fills me with trepidation, but it simply has to be done. And a critical that did not score a kill, so we're in deep trouble. Deep trouble. So we have 1 trooper and 2 units that gotta die. Now, Lindsay Lohan has moved, so she's not going to get 2 shots. It's just not going to happen. Ah, Paris, we really needed that shot to hit. I mean, we really needed that shot to hit. Our covert operative can't help the situation. The best thing the covert operative could do is run straight on into a bunch of Overwatch.
To acquire the data.
Well, this has gone as bad as it could possibly have gone. I really can't see how this could have gone worse.
Our operative decrypted some of the Exalt data and temporarily disrupted their communications. That ought to slow them down. Now we just need to find
not
and hack
overly
the
certain
remaining
that's going to
relays.
slow them down. The only thing that could save us is if that possibly somehow prevents the Exalt troopers from firing. There's a situation where when you hack a comm, sometimes they have to reload before they can bring anything to the table. We're just going to have to hope that happens here. We'll know if this guy reloads.
Hostile targets moving to withdraw.
Okay, and
They got me flanked.
yep, that must be the situation then, because they have not, everybody moved back. Pretty sure our covert operative, however, is dead. I don't see how we're possibly going to be able to save him. Even if Exalt can't fire at him this turn, they can still throw grenades, which is problematic. But even if the covert operative survives this turn, I just don't see how we could possibly keep him alive for another turn. Unless Tay-Tay can get in and deliver the most dangerous and deadly flamethrower shot of all time, it's not going to happen for us. This is, yeah, this is starting to look very, very bad. Very bad. I mean, I'm talking
Additional contacts are inbound on Strike One's current
oh,
position,
well, sure,
Commander.
of course, because more run-ins is exactly what we needed. This wasn't already a Tim Burton Batman level of terrible. It needed to get much, much worse. So Lindsay Lohan is, well, she's in unacceptable cover, really, to be thwarting these guys, but the problem is we can't afford to move her. We need the shots. There's like 15 Exalt troopers on the map. We got to start taking them down. The 4 damage hit from Lindsay. Her second shot is actually going to be a rapid fire at this guy. And this is going to empty her weapon. So she's reloading next time at best.
Got no ammo.
The minimum damage from Lindsay Lohan. You know, I need the guaranteed kills here. We can't take any more chances.
No
That's a hit for
longer
Paris
threat.
Hilton. Jaden is not going to be able to do much to that guy, but we can't just leave Jaden out in the open either, which is effectively his other option. So we're going to have Gallagher fall back.
We'll go.
You can still see 4 guys. Which is frankly unacceptable, but there's nothing we can do about it. We're gonna have him throw a grenade.
That thing's gonna blow.
It already blew, sir. I mean, or wait, are you talking about the rest of this mission? Because yeah, you're right. That thing is also gonna blow. I'm gonna guess you're talking about the rest of this mission in its entirety, and you're absolutely correct. It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow a lot. So Taylor Swift with a 42% chance to hit and not even get a kill. Can you throw a grenade that far? Well, we're gonna have to do it. We just have to hope Tay-Tay gets lucky and criticals. No surprise that she got neither of those things. Hopefully maybe she can just draw some fire.
Target still in
Jaden
play.
Smith is gonna have to come in here and try and finish this last trooper off.
Commander.
And I'm pretty sure that guy, he does not have a rocket. He's just a heavy weapon. This is probably not even going to hit. Oh, Jaden Smith with the amazing critical. I don't know why I doubt him. His sun god powers are, I mean, they're irrefutable at this point. We have proved Jaden's usefulness over and over again, and yet I consistently continue to doubt him. And here's where our operative dies. Oh. How did our operative get hurt? Why has he only got 1 health left? Did he take damage from the exploding car? That's monstrous bullshit if that's actually what happened. I mean, it's absolute ridiculousness. And that's exactly what happened. He took damage from the exploding car. I hate Exalt. I hate them so much. So much. My salt levels are, well, they're through the roof. I mean,
Heading out.
I'm saltier than Salty Sam the Salty Sea Dog. Salty Sam looks, I mean, he looks salt-free. I mean, he's like low-sodium variety compared to me at this point. We need to get this guy to full cover. Alright, so we can...
Moving out.
He only has 1 health left, so he's got to fall back as much back as there is. He's just got to go all the falling back, all the way. Lindsay Lohan is out of ammo, which is terrible. Got to reposition Lindsay, and she's got to reload.
Rock and roll.
Paris Hilton's going to have to overwatch to try and cover Lindsay and Jaden Smith because they both actually have to reload. So we're going to readjust with Jaden,
Aye, aye, Commander.
and he's going to reload as
Back
well.
in.
And that just leaves old T-Swizzle, who does have a flank shot. Maybe this will critical? Alright, so we got one of those guys killed at least, and that's important because that was the bastard with the rocket. Bastard with a Rocket is the next of Richard Marcinko's semi-autobiographical tales of his operations as part of a 6th SEAL team. 3 damage from Lindsay, that's acceptable. She's going to take a return shot. Or rather, this is Paris Hilton, not Lindsay Lohan. I call her by the right name. We were hoping for a hit there from Paris's return fire. That's actually one of the reasons why I left her out in the open, because any of these guys that hit or shoot at Paris, she does get to take a crack back at him.
I'm pinned down here.
Or is it only on hits? Perhaps it's only when she's hit. But anytime old Paris, or man, I could possibly get her name wrong every time. I am a scumbag. An absolute scumbag piece of shit, and you should never forgive me, Tay-Tay. I've called you now Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan. And to get misnomers for the crimson-lipped death goddesses, it's simply beyond unacceptable. Paris Hilton does not have a target. Well, that's just lovely. So we're going to move
Aye,
Paris
aye,
then,
Commander.
since she can't get a target. And Paris is going to hunker down. And we have to kill these Exalt troopers. There's no two bones about it. They've got to die. But Lindsay Lohan has a shot. Alright, so we're going to take the single shot. 11-point critical, which is impressive damage output, actually. And then she's going to go for the rapid fire. We've got a 75% chance that one of those shots hits. And that's a kill then.
X-ray down.
So Lindsay Lohan, despite being drunker than a sailor on shore leave, still knows how to use her weapon. She still gets it done in the gunfire department. Just trying to figure out how we can make... Oh, you know what? Let's see who we can panic with a flamethrower shot before we do anything else. We're going to have Tay-Tay come to here. And 2 of these troopers, she should then be able to panic with a flamethrower. Yep, we're going to get 2. Alright, so we're going to have to... just going to have to stick with that. 2 panics, they will fall back. And that means at least 1 trooper is going to have an opportunity to fire at Tay-Tay. But, Well, them's the breaks. We're just going to have to accept it. Gallagher, you're going to hunker down, because with only a single health point left, there's nothing else you can even risk.
I'm rolling.
And we're going to send Jaden out and hope this car doesn't get exploded. Now, Jaden does have a flank shot. If this gets a kill, it will activate in the zone for us. Did you see that?
Dead and gone.
The sun god shot that guy into the back of that pickup truck. Look at that. That's like easily a 3-point shot right there. Into the back of the pickup truck. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Despite the situation being dire, the sun god Ra so confident in his abilities that he will attempt trick shots. That's how amazing he is.
Minor repairs at some point.
Oh, you're going to need more than minor repairs, I think, Tay-Tay. A hit here would be very nice. Okay, very nice. See? I said it would be very nice, and it was very nice. Yeah, you're probably going to have to throw a grenade at that guy next turn. Assuming this guy doesn't straight up kill you, which seems unlikely since he has a regular laser rifle.
Of possible repairs.
But Tay-Tay...
Weapons penetration.
Oh, that's not good. The car exploded, and Tay-Tay took damage from the exploding vehicle, so she is very, very badly hurt. Taylor's still not in actual health damage, however, so that's, I mean, to her credit, she still hasn't taken actual damage yet. Alright, we're going to have to revisit Tay-Tay in a moment. We got to figure out how we want to approach this. Paris Hilton can finish this guy off. I have every confidence in you, Paris. Nicely done.
Target disabled.
And I can't even imagine having tried this mission with anything other than our elite crack team of aces. I mean, anything other than the aces would have been aced by now. They would have all, I mean, they wouldn't have had a chance.
Roger that.
So, perhaps the aliens were trying to lure us into a false sense of complacency. Maybe Mel Gibson was right. I mean, can you say it's paranoia if everyone really is out to get you?
Solid
Think
copy.
about it.
Hostile spotted.
Are you kidding me? That spawned a pod? Well, Lindsay Lohan is probably dead. Yeah, you absolutely need to find some new cover, Lindsay, because you're in dire straits. So, our question of what we were going to do with Taylor Swift has thus been answered. We were going to try and... I can't believe there was more unpopped enemies there. That's so fucking ridiculous.
Time to burn.
So we've got to panic this guy. It's the only way Lindsay Lohan might survive is if we can possibly get Jaden Smith in to get a kill. But in order to do that, Jaden is going to have to be in the open. Actually, I don't even think he's going to be able to see that guy. There's probably no way for us to save her, actually. Lindsay Lohan may just be dead. I don't think there's anything we can do to keep her alive.
Move into position.
Unless Jaden can get a flashbang in here. Nope, he's short. Well, he's going to have to try and draw some fire just by being close and having them in a flank position. So nothing to do here but rub the old prayer beads, because, shit, at this point, we're Bon Jovi style living on a prayer. I have no idea what that was even about. Why cut to him at all? Lindsay Lohan is going to be flanked and shot and probably killed.
They're repositioning.
If that guy didn't shoot, I have literally no explanation for his behavior.
Minor repairs at some point.
Shoot back, Tay-Tay can't shoot back. She's out of ammo. If you you're throwing a grenade. That's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. They simply could have killed Lindsay Lohan, and instead she's just going to be wounded. I have no idea what the hell they were possibly thinking there. Alright, Paris. Well, if you have a 100% chance to hit on a rapid fire, please kill that man.
Toasted.
He has a rocket, and we simply cannot take rocket damage. That would be untenable for us.
Position confirmed.
So Jaden Smith then is going to take his flank shot. If this is a kill, it will activate in the zone. Now it's a hit, but not a kill, so in the zone will not activate. Lindsay Lohan has got to find some cover.
Solid
That
copy.
cover's going to be here. Hey, imagine that. Lindsay Lohan was actually able to move without spawning a pod. What are the odds?
Taken care of.
And I'm not even going to comment about the fact that somehow she managed to hit that guy despite the fact that she put the barrel of her gun past his left ear. I'm not even going to make any comments. Taylor Swift is going to purge the enemy with fire, because that's what a death goddess does. And Gallagher, well, since everybody that's left on the map is panicked and we have a relatively clear shot to our last decoder, why don't you run your dumb ass up there? Seriously, Salty Sam the Sea Dog. He looks like like an ensign compared to me, even though he's captain of his own vessel. He's looking like a very, very junior officer at this point.
Reloaded.
Lindsay's gonna reload, go on
I am
Overwatch.
Commander.
Tay-Tay is out of ammo. Yeah, those guys are panicked for a goodly while, so Taylor can afford to reload. And you know what? Let's just have Jaden Smith go kill him. He should be able to kill both of these guys. If one of them is flanked, we should easily get in the zone to activate. And certainly enough, can't miss shot, dead guy. And that just leaves one panicked trooper in some light cover. How come in the zone did not activate there? That should have activated in the zone.
Roger that.
Yeah. XCOM just, they don't obey any of the rules. They do their own thing. XCOM gets to defy all, not XCOM rather, but Exalt gets to defy all the rules. They do whatever they want. We're playing Mazers and Monsters, and fuck it, Exalt, they're making their own maze.
They're shifting their attack. Damn it! Enemy is still alive.
Yeah, I tend to agree. That's terrible, Lindsay Lohan. We have now 4 Exalt troopers unaccounted for, and we have no way really to deal with them.
Commander, there's another group of hostiles closing on Strike 1.
Oh, you think? Thanks for the tip there. Charles in charge over. Thanks for showing up. So this situation is basically horrid. We are probably going to fall back.
That's the last of the relays, Commander. We've got Exalt's data. Now we just need to get the operative to the evac zone. New objective received.
Alright, operative. Why don't you run your slap-happy little ass over there, then? And this will have you in corner cover from 2 directions. It's literally corner full cover in 2 directions. There's no better cover we could possibly get you. Jaden, you're greasy fast. Fall back. Taylor, you reloaded. But I really don't want you taking just huge levels of enemy gunfire, so why don't you run straight back. And then we are going to have you take a flank shot at this guy just to make sure he has no chance to ever become unpanicked because he has a railgun round driven through his skull.
And gone.
Lindsay Lohan is actually our trooper that's in the most danger, so we're going to have her dash to a position where hopefully the enemy won't even be able to get line of sight on her. And Paris Hilton is going to go on Overwatch. So anybody that comes around here should be eating some heavy gunfire rounds from Paris. Also, we did hack a terminal, which means Exalt has to reload. So first things first then, Gallagher, get your ass out of here.
Good copy, moving on target.
We don't need any prop comedy. We don't need a bald
Commander,
man
our
pretending that
operative
his
and the
wig
intel
is
are both
actually
secure.
hair.
You can either have Strike 1 remain in the area to eliminate any other hostile units, or get them back to the evac zone.
Yeah,
We
I
have
think
a
we'll
new
hang
objective.
around and kill everyone, because there's only 10 fucking thousand of them. That seems like the best plan. Hang around and have everyone just wait to die. Possibly the stupidest suggestion you've ever made, Central. And that's saying something because, I mean, stupid suggestions are really your bread and butter. I mean, there's nothing you do better. We're going to have Tay-Tay dash to there because it's as far as she can get in a single move. Tay-Tay is fast, but she does have 8 tons of walking destruction that she has to move when she does move, so we've got to cut her a little bit of slack. Lindsay Lohan's going to get inside that thing and bunker up. And again, she should have, basically, no enemy should have line of sight to her at all. Jaden Smith's going to hide behind his truck.
On the move.
And Paris Hilton can make it to the evac in one move, so she's going to stay right where she's at and go on Overwatch. Cover him, Paris. You hold down the fort. Keep him busy. Alright, so everyone should be able to make evac then this turn. So first things first, Paris Hilton, get to the extraction zone. Tay-Tay, you're next.
Order confirmed.
Lindsay, you're third. Why don't you drop into Overwatch just to make sure.
Moving to Overwatch.
And that just leaves the Pharaoh, who is greasy fast.
On the move.
And we are ready to extract. Time to dust off and say adios to this fucking bullshit. Good day, gentlemen. Good day. You know, you can say poor all you want, but for Operation Rotting Calm, I'm going to say fantastic job, everyone. Came in, deck stacked against you, and while we didn't walk out rich men, we did walk out with more money than we went in with, so good performance, everyone. So wasn't Opera Rotting Calm the name of a Sponge album? Oh, I guess it was Rotting Pinata. Yeah, the only people that got plowed on that mission were Exalt, so I suppose it worked out nicely. I'm not expecting any promotions on this mission whatsoever at all, because honestly I don't feel anyone deserved one, and the people who were eligible for one are already maximum rank. Taylor Swift still can't quite break 4-1 on kills to missions. She's so close, but just can't quite get it. Lindsay Lohan wounded for 21 days. That's effectively awful, because it means it's 21 days at least before we can launch a base assault. There's no way we're doing a base assault without Lindsay Lohan present. Kieran Gallagher, gravely wounded but promoted. Fantastic job, I guess. Kieran, I don't even care about you, actually. Especially not if you're a gunner or a rocketeer. You know what? Random subclass for you. We don't need either of those things. And an engineer. I'm not sure why I'm surprised, actually. I mean, we did random a guy, so we should have been expecting engineer. I'm just glad he's not. I mean, engineers at least are useful. I quite like engineers, so...
Intel decryption completed. Recalculating possible Exalt facility locations.
Yes, Magil Barrett voice. Let's actually take a look at that. I'm curious how many possible fucking locations are left that Exalt could even occupy. Because I swear to God, we've eliminated the same one more than once. So we have a maximum of 3 Exalt missions left, and honestly, that's fucking 3 too many. I'm tempted to just start accusing places of having Exalt forces, but not gonna do that. Just seems like a bad precedent to begin, so we'll hold off. And I know you can hear it in my voice, because, good lord, there's a pile of salt just sitting on my desk underneath my mouth, but I am more than a little bit salty about how this turned out. I hate Exalt missions so much. The nice thing is, if you're playing on build 14, unlike me, you don't actually have to worry about this bullshit anymore, because the mod makers actually toned Exalt down to a level that is not just absolutely batshit ridiculous insane. So, congratulations on that for build 14, but since I am not updating, we'll be suffering on through with build 13 for at least 3 more times, and then possibly once more for Exalt headquarters, which should be a fucking delight. Really looking forward to that mission. That's going to be real fun. Anyway, before things get too salty and I give you fucking some kind of, at least you won't have to worry about getting goiters with all the salt you're ingesting vicariously through me. That much iodine in your system is going to guarantee that you will not be afflicted with a goiter. So, hey, there's one positive side effect. But before I overdose you with salt levels and spike your blood pressure high enough to boil coffee, we'll just go ahead and wrap things up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us, and despite my saltiness, I would hope you like it if you enjoyed the video. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, feel free to subscribe as well. Get those videos piped right to your stream directly on YouTube, and we'll see you again soon.